Good afternoon, I'm Noreen. Welcome to Cruising with the Ryans. We have a very special guest with us today. Should I call you Gianluca?
Yeah, Gianluca sounds about right.
Okay, and he is a very important person here on Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas. Tell us a little bit about what your job entails.
Yeah, so I'm the hotel director on board the Wonder of the Seas. As you may presume, I'm in charge of pretty much 11 divisions. So anything outside of the nautical part, I'm in charge. So from the logistic, the guest services piece, the food and beverage, entertainment falls also under me. The revenue portion, so casino, shore excursion, all of these.
So that money we're depositing in the casino.
Exactly, that comes in under me somehow, and obviously the HR front. So
sure.
medical HR falls under the hotel director.
Oh my goodness gracious, that's a huge responsibility. And I understand that you have done this for multiple ships as they come into service.
Correct.
Which ones were they?
So I did all the new build, the launch since Freedom of the Seas.
Okay.
The only one that I haven't done was Ovation, since Armenia and Ovation came almost simultaneously. So I was on Armenia in France. But obviously Armenia was the first one as hotel director. Prior to that was in the food and beverage side as F&B director. And I started in a bar, believe it or not. So
What did you do in the bar?
I was an assistant bar manager. I became bar manager.
Wow.
And then I started Freedom as bar manager. So I did Freedom, Liberty, and Independence.
So what's the best drink on Wonder of the Seas?
It's actually the mason jar, I have to admit.
Yeah,
There's one
special?
really special drink in the mason jar that is one of my favorites. So I won't tell you which one because you need to try the three featured ones, but you need to make your own decision. But the three signature cocktail in mason jar are actually really one of my favorites.
That's great. Good to know that too. So you're in charge of all the housekeeping, all the rooms, all the hotel aspects of everything that goes on. And you've been doing this for how many years?
I've been with Royal 20 years.
20 years?
I'm in my 20 years
That's
with Royal.
awesome. Totally awesome. So do you have a favorite spot here on the Wonder of the Seas?
So to tell you the truth, I'm as a hotel director, I'm actually the new build hotel director. So I have a bit of input in the design aspect of it, especially on the operational side. I bring the operational expertise into the design. So I usually get to the shipyard about a year before. I get involved about a year and a half prior to the project. So I'm
you're doing all that walk around with the hard hat and
correct. I not
dry dock stuff and
exactly.
looking at the plans and planning.
The drawings, we do inspection as well. Most of we inspect pretty much every area of the ship. And as you know, and I'm sure you've seen on many of the movies, is the ship is built into blocks.
Yes.
So we inspect block by block in stateroom by staterooms, not only on the technical side, but also on the hotel side. Since, as you said, all the staterooms are under hotel director, so I have a team far ahead starting inspection of all the staterooms. So one good thing is all the that we call the post-cruise survey. So I dissect also most of the post-cruise survey, and for this ship, obviously it takes a bit of time because we're designing right now. We close Icon and Oasis 6 are already closed in terms of design element. But we bring all of these feedbacks from our guests and
you tweak them.
And tweak some of the design aspect. And for example, and you were asking me what's my favorite on board. Obviously, Solarium is one of my favorite. And I don't know if you noticed, but we pushed the superstructure forward.
Yes.
We increased the bridge because we needed additional crew cabins, and that allowed us to have a humongous solarium, actually almost double the size of Symphony.
Yes, it's huge, and I actually, the other day, I found a secret passageway on deck 14 that takes you around all the cabins and through a little tiny hallway, and all of a sudden you open a door and there you are in the solarium. So
You're in the solarium water
I think
feature.
that's a secret passageway you might have had something to do with.
And you have on both sides actually.
Yeah, you can go in one way, walk around, and go out the other side, and then you go from port side to starboard.
Yeah. It was really an evolution. Originally on Oasis and Allure, those areas were only accessible by deck 14. There was no connection to the solarium. Then we did the connection to the solarium, so now you have 14, 15, and even a little bit elevation on Harmony.
So
and now on Symphony we have more water feature. So one of my favorites is there. The other one is the casino. There was a lot of upgrade in the casino, and there was a lot of comments about smoke, and so now we have 100% fresh air in the casino. We have a non-smoking casino as well that was highly demanded, and then the sliding door as well, so that the smoke doesn't breathe into the dining room as much as we can.
Compared to other ships that we've been on recently, and we've been on quite a few since the pandemic allowed us to finally start cruising again, on most of the other ships, there was still an issue with the smoke in the casinos. But we love the Golden Room because it's non-smoking, but we also noticed a big difference inside the casino. Even if you're just walking through to get from one side of the ship to the other, from forward to aft, you can breathe much more easily, and you're not taking in a lot of that secondhand smoke. There's a little bit here and there, but that's to be expected when people are in there smoking.
But that's one of the greatest improvements. If you see those big columns that are grilled, these are all air intake that refresh, circulate the air constantly.
Air handlers, huh?
Absolutely.
So did you get involved in the physical design of things like paint colors and special, like the spacemen and the elephants here in Central Park and
that I'm not.
Like
that I'm not.
Is
this
that like
is
an outside?
No, it's in-house. We have a design team in Miami. They call the Evolution Lab that we have on the 1080 building. That is where everything, and we have a new area called the cave where we could see three-dimensional all of the ships before even they're built. So for example, I saw Icon even before the first steel cutting. So we could see physically each of the area in 3D. So that's
that's fascinating. So those people are the ones that choose the colors and choose the decor,
the design
in different places.
Yeah. But we have more take, like for example here in this restaurant, the patio element. There was a huge demand for us to integrate the patio, so we have all these al fresco.
So you could have a little outside dining.
So all of this, like the casino evolution is also part of some, and the other one was the move of the splash away bay, because all the families were all over the pool deck. Now by bringing the splash away bay close to the water slide, that brought the family forward, and that brought more of a adult feel on the aft part of the pool. So these are the type of recommendation we make.
You also, on the Wonder, there's only one flow rider, which seems to work out just fine because that allows additional space for other activities, the other outdoor activities, like the mini golf and
the playscape
and the basketball court.
And again, dedicated to the family zone area. So the playscape with the mini golf, including a larger El Loco and a new bar there, the Cantina Fresca. So that brings a really new dimension to the area.
It's wonderful. So now, what's the next thing you're going to be working on?
The next obviously is Icon. The team on board is about to be deployed to Finland. We haven't been there since actually Allure. So it's a little bit over 10 years we haven't been in Finland. We've been building in France, Wonder and Harmony Symphony, and most of the Quantum class is built in Germany. But we're returning finally in Finland for Icon, so we're quite excited about that.
And that's a mysterious new ship style.
It's a new class of ship completely. You won't recognize it. You cannot say, yes, there is some concepts the favorites are coming back,
Yeah.
but it's not that you'll know that which deck they are on. You won't have that point of reference
Yeah.
that you have from ship to ship, or from Voyager class to Freedom, or to Oasis to this
Right.
Wonder. You won't have this point of reference. It will be a brand new experience for our guests.
So when's the anticipated finish of the ship so that it can
Right
begin
now,
sailing?
it's still in Q3 of next year, of 2023.
So towards the end of next year, probably, given that there aren't any delays from one side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're still
you can't
vetting
control
ports.
all of that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Obviously, it's been announced that it's a LNG ship. It's gonna be the
Yes.
first liquefied nitrogen gas propulsion system for Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
We wanted to make sure that it was really well thought out, especially for the vetting of the ports where we want.
Yeah.
But now that we are in that design finality, we're good to go, and I think people are going to be very wow. It's a game changer.
Oh,
We said that of Oasis when it came
Yes.
out in 2009,
Yeah.
but Icon will be a game changer.
We were on that inaugural for Oasis in 2009.
Me too.
Yeah.
I was.
So we didn't meet you then, but we can talk about it now, right?
Yes.
That was awesome. Well, do you have anything else that you'd like to tell our viewers about Wonder of the Seas or Royal Caribbean?
No, I will obviously make sure that everybody comes and visit. It's really an evolution of the Oasis class. I think all the changes that we've made on the superstructure, also even the lettering on the side now,
Yes,
we
big
went
letters.
to, it's 250 feet long by almost 30 feet high. The solarium, the new aqua shelter, and one thing that people don't notice is now we have Shellgate also on the port side.
Yes.
So this ship is really designed for a little bit more flexibility. You could go a little bit further out than Caribbean
Yes.
because we have now the flexibility of the ports. So even with tidal issue, we could go port side on deck 3. We have Shellgates. So I think the ship you're gonna see in a few years in a different port that usually Oasis class have not been.
Oh, that's wonderful. I think that's one thing that people look forward to is being able to visit a different port. And when you have certain constraints, you have to sometimes change which style of ship you go on, which class, because of where they can actually visit the ports.
Absolutely.
So,
And that's why we sheltered, as you noticed, we
Yeah.
sheltered, Solarium is fully covered.
Yes.
So that was one of the downfall of the Oasis class is there's so much outdoor spaces that as soon as you go into inclement weather, everybody tend to migrate indoor, and that puts
not
a lot of
space,
strain on
yeah, not a lot
indoor.
of space for that.
But now with the Solarium now fully covered, the aqua shelter, and now you have all the heaters on all Central Park, deck 15,
Yes.
and the boardwalk, we could go a little bit more
You can-
outside of our comfort zone.
Yeah, maybe venture into those much cooler climates.
Probably.
That's great. Well, I would just hope that you would ask all of our viewers, excuse me, to remember to subscribe to Cruising with the Ryans. And I want to thank you very, very much. I know you're extremely busy, and this is only week 3 of the Wonder of the Seas first voyage. So I really appreciate all your time, and I think that you've given our viewers a great picture of what it's like on the Wonder of the Seas. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that we're inside this beautiful Giovanni's restaurant and wine bar.
Correct.
And it's one of our favorite places on the Wonder. So
I'm
thank
happy
you.
to hear.
Yeah, thank you so much
I
for
have
your
one
time
quick
today.
question, though. I understand about 2-3 weeks ago, there was a new special steel cutting that came out. A new Oasis class ship supposedly being built. Is that
Yeah,
true?
that's Oasis 6.
Yes. Yeah, we started cutting Oasis 6.
And is that going to be similar to this?
Very similar to this.
Okay.
The only major difference is going to be LNG as well.
Okay.
So it's going to be like Icon.
Propulsion
So
will be different.
propulsion will be different. So no emission. It's only
Yeah.
like a water mist. We have no funnel pretty much. It's a very small funnel though. So there's no, we're going towards this zero emission
Yeah.
goal that we have.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, thank you so very much.
Thank
Dennis
you.
has one thing he always says at the end of our videos.
Absolutely.
First of all, smooth sailing, everyone, and safe travels.